welcome to Stock Car Racing, All-Pro Central style. Today we're at the Southwest Speedway, Amarillo, Texas, for stop number 4 at the 1984 All-Pro Central Racing Series. It's practice time for the late models at the Southwest Speedway as they tune up for tonight's turbocharged 100 laps of green flag racing at the Southwest Speedway, Amarillo, Texas. Pit activity underway at the Southwest Speedway as cars prepare for the big 100-lap feature event that's going to be run tonight at the Southwest Speedway. As the drivers have just come off the racetrack with their practice events, we're going to take the microphone and the camera down pit row and spend some time talking to each of these drivers along the row and get some of their impressions pre-race here at the Southwest Speedway in Amarillo, Texas. Mike Trigg out of Odessa, Texas.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Mike, this is the second All-Pro show for you?
Yes, sir. No, this will be the third show we run out this in Odessa.
Okay. I see you got some new sheet metal here. What happened?
Yes, sir. We were leading a race in Odessa, Texas Friday night, and me and another car got together, and these bodies just don't hold up too well. They're not meant to run into each other.
What kind of throwaway bodies are they?
Oh, yes, sir. They really are.
How long did it take you to repair the car?
Well, we took the whole crew, which is about 5 guys, and we worked from sunny about 8 o'clock till sunny 9 o'clock to put the body back on it, and the airbox on it, and a new front end. It takes a while to put one back together if you want it to look like something when you get to the track.
Well, you've sure done a nice job. You got it looking good just for the All-Pro race this weekend.
Yes, sir. This is more or less our little jewel, you might call. There's not many guys that get a chance to run All-Pro, and I feel real fortunate to be in on this kind of a deal.
How long have you been racing cars?
I've been racing cars 3 years.
You must have started when you were 12?
No, sir. I started when I was 16.
16. So you feel how many more years before you're going to be like the old pros?
That's really hard to say. Everybody matures at their own level, and racing's the same way. Some guys gain experience real quick and move on real fast, and some guys have to sit back and wait for 2 or 3 years before they can really make a move.
Did you participate in other athletics while you were in high school?
No, sir, not really. Racing, I've been around racing since all my life, and that's really what I've always been interested in.
It's one of those things gets in your blood and you can't get it out.
Yes, sir, it sure is.
Hey, we're going to wish you best of luck on your racing this weekend, and good luck tonight.
Appreciate it.
Greg Davison out of Houston, Texas. Last time we talked to Greg, you were a little closer to home.
Yes, sir. Quite a bit.
This is a long trip for you. We want to talk a little about your race car today. I understand that this car is probably a little different than some of the others.
Yeah, this car was built mainly, we did some road racing with it, and it's a square-up car, and it's designed to do 2 or 3 types of racing.
What now? You talk about a square-up car. That means a lot to you, but can you explain a little more about what a square-up car is?
Okay, this car is non-offset. The chassis is square, so it can turn left or right. That's mainly for our road racing circuits we run.
You feel quite at home on these bumps out here after doing some road racing?
Yeah, we've been through the dirt.
Let's talk about some of the numbers you're writing on your tire here. Why do you do that? Is that like writing on your hand when you go to make a speech?
No, the tire size changed during the heat of the race. As the tire grows, it affects the way the chassis handles. And if one tire grows more than what the other one should, it upsets the car's handle. These cars are real critical to the handling characteristics of them.
Well, you got yours all sorted out so you can go fast tonight?
We'll find that out later.
Hey, good luck to you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Gilman's out of Corpus Christi, Texas. And Slick, how long you been doing this?
Well, I actually started out when I was about like 6 years old driving go-karts, and then really I didn't start driving race cars till about 21, so really in race cars about 10 years.
Tell me, you come from down there at Corpus Christi. There's a Grand National driver who does very well from down there. Is he a friend of yours?
Yeah, we more or less grew up together, you know, and in fact, one of the first quarter midgets he ever drove was probably one of mine, and he just started getting in it, and his dad's been pushing him ever since.
You you talk about growing up. There's some, I heard some remarks that you hadn't made it yet.
Right.
Hey, I know you had a lot of fun. We were talking earlier with your owner over there, and Alan, and told him that some people had been by Thursday night at the motel and seen you in action and wanted to sponsor a race.
Yeah, something about the Mother Against Drunk Drivers Association or something like that.
Yeah, I think that was the group, but you were having fun. Hey, I hope you have as much fun tonight. Good luck to you.
All right, thank you.
It's Junior Robertson, race car driver, and Dan Dean, motor builder. And it appears from what we saw earlier on the track that you're not up here resting. There's a reason.
Yeah, there's a rod hanging out the side of the motor.
What's the motor man have to say about that?
Just that's the brakes.
That's the brakes. Well, Junior, we're sorry that you're going to miss the show tonight, at least from the driver's seat. What's going to be involved in putting it back together? We're going to ask the motor man, because you don't really want to know, do you?
Lots of money.
Lots of money. That's the name of racing. Cubic money makes you go fast. Junior, you're going to be all of a sudden trying to go all the way down to Corpus?
I don't know if we'll have our good motor built by then or not. We're just going to, we got a 331 spare motor, and it'll be in for our regular show there, but I don't know if we can go to Corpus with it.
Well, you know, one thing about going to Corpus, I see you had a couple of youngsters. You can always go to the beach and have fun along with the racing.
Yeah, that'd be nice. They're looking forward to going up there, too.
Hey, maybe you can do those little kids a favor. They can help you get that motor ready for 2 weeks.
Yeah, they might can. All the help's needed.
Hey, we appreciate it. Sorry. Hope you're all together and ready for Corpus. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
All right, it's John David Jr., one of the younger drivers on the All-Pro Central Series. John, what do you feel about getting to go from racetrack to racetrack?
I really like it. It's a lot of fun, you know, getting to travel and whatever. It's really a lot of fun.
Do you find that you improve as a driver quicker if you get to race at more than one racetrack?
Yes, I agree. Yeah, get more experience, I feel like. We race at the quarter-mile track in Odessa, and this is one of the bigger tracks we've raced at so far this year. This is the biggest.
Have you been up to Altus and run the high banks?
No.
You waiting to do? You anxious to do that?
Yes, yeah.
You go fast. They say when you go that fast, the car makes more noise, more rattles, more squeaks.
Right. Yeah, that's for sure.
How old are you?
19.
And how long you been doing this?
3 years.
Oh, you and Mike Triggs up there about the same time then, eh?
Right. Yeah. Started about the same time, about the same category, same class.
Yeah. Do you find these guys have been around a long time trying to take advantage of you young fellas?
Not really. No, not really.
Well, you know, from what I've seen in some of these places, you know, in another 3 years when it gets legal that you can drink beer, you have a lot of catching up to do in that one.
Yeah.
Hey, we're going to wish you lots of luck out there tonight.
Thank you.
And hope you finish well.
Thank you very much.
Hey, we're here with John Foster, winner of the big 100-lap feature event down in Odessa 2 weeks ago. John, I'm sure that was especially a nice win for you, it being home base for you.
Yeah, it's home base. Matter of fact, that's where I started my racing career 24 years ago. And I was 17 years old when I started there.
And you don't get a chance to race there and show off for the fans very often, and that was probably special too.
Yeah, it was a real special treat. It's been 6 years since we'd been on the racetrack, and so it was a lot of fun.
Good. That puts you up there right towards the top of the point category now, so...
Yeah, I think a guy needs to get every position and every point he can because there's quite a field of cars and drivers, Slick and the boys all trying to get that front hole, and this is an awfully interesting series. And finally, you know, we have something to go for around here in Texas and Oklahoma rather than just the weekly Friday night shows.
Well, we think the All-Pro thing is hopefully going to build some status here in Texas and give hopefully a new meaning to late model stock car racing.
I think it will. A lot of support. You hear a lot about it. And I think that as the series grows, let it get out of its first year, and then we're going to have so many cars we won't know what to do with.
Sure hope so. Hey, best wishes out there tonight, and you're trying to make it 2 in a row.
Yeah, 2 in a row, I hope. Thank you.
Good. What are they doing, by the way, back here on your racer? I see them doing some things to it.
Well, I don't know. Earlier I was out on the racetrack and it died, and I don't know if it's an ignition switch or fuel, but they're checking everything and changing a switch just to make sure, because we can't have that happen during the feature.
You didn't take the fuses out of the light boxes at the racetrack and bring them down and put them in the race car, did you?
No, we didn't. We had a little problem, didn't we, opening night? No, they'll find it right quick. We got a good crew.
Good. Hey, best wishes to you.
Thank you.
Newer race fans, this is Crystal Talley and that's Travis Talley. Crystal, does your daddy drive that race car?
Yes.
Do you like to watch him race?
Yes.
Does he do good?
Yes.
How good?
Very good.
Very good. Does he ever crash? Does he
Yes.
say bad words when he crashes?
No.
Never says bad words, eh? Let's see if we can get Travis. Travis, tell me, is that your daddy's race car? You shake his head, yes. Do you like to watch him race? Does he ever crash?
No.
Never crashes. That's good. You think he's going to win it tonight? What do you think about that?
I don't know. He may be winning, he may be not.
He may be winning, he may be not.
Yes.
But you're going to have fun even if he doesn't win.
Yes.
Okay. You tell him I said good luck.
Okay.
We're here with John Metcalf out of Denver, Colorado. John, we've seen you at a couple of the All-Pro Central races. Last time your demise ended up backwards in the barrels. But what do you do when you're not racing?
I'm an auto wholesaler and a mechanic. I do a little bit of both. Basically, I just wholesale cars, so that's my main line of work. I just buy cars that need mechanical work and get them back in shape and then resell them like at the auto auctions right there in Denver.
All right, well, that works well because you're kind of your own boss and you can get away to go racing when you want to.
Yeah, you about have to with this sport, you know.
Did you, have you got this program down so you can take 2 weeks off and go all the way down to Corpus and play in the ocean along with racing?
Yeah, I think we're going to have to just, make it down for the race probably and come right back. I doubt if we'll be able to stay down there too long anyway.
Well, you got to at least program one more day.
Well, we're planning on it, yeah.
After your first experience with the All-Pro Central last time, maybe things didn't work out just like you like to, but you came back, so you must feel the All-Pro has something to offer.
Oh, yeah, we're real pleased with it. Us guys from Colorado feel it's the best thing that's happened to racing in this region for a long, long time. We're real excited about it, and we're sure going to, do our best to make it all the races we can.
We appreciate that, and hopefully we can get some more fans excited about it over the next 3 or 4 months.
Yeah, you bet. That would help.
Because somebody has to pay the bills. The drivers can't pay them all.
That's right.
Hey, I want to thank you. You got any special strategy for tonight?
Well, we're just going to give it our best. Hang in there like we did last week. Oh, we make it the extra 3 laps. We didn't make it last week.
They got barrels at the end of this racetrack, too.
Yeah. We noticed that.
All right. Hey, good luck to you.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Rick Corelli out of Denver, Colorado. Rick, from the looks of your driving suit, you've had the opportunity to race some with the ASA Series. I see some with the All-Pro Series. We're just kind of getting started with the All-Pro Central. How do you feel about your experience here so far?
Well, I think it's really a great thing that's happening because you can, what we're trying to get, I guess, everybody's trying to get something going from the West Coast all the way down to here, and they're trying to get the cars equal. That you can run a 9-to-1 motors and the bodies all stock and get rid of all this aerodynamic stuff. So if you want to pick up and go run ASA or All-Pro down south or go to the West Coast up to Washington, you can do it and you don't have to change your car one bit.
Well, from Denver, you can go any direction, but you have to go a long ways no matter which direction.
That's very true, and that's one thing I think is going to help me, is if we can get centralized and, the purses are going to start growing and the promoters are going to start coming and seeing what's happening, and everybody's going to start saying, hey, that's a show. Watch ASA and All-Pro down south, and it took them a couple years to build. I think Freddie Fryer was consistent for years, and now this year I think he's got a little more competition in the All-Pro.
Well, yeah, we had an opportunity to watch you race over in Nashville last October at the 400 there, and that gets very competitive.
That's very true. You're getting down to 1/100th. When everybody's timing there could be 30 cars within a fraction of a hundredth, and that's great. That's what it's all about.
And if I remember rightly, at the end there were 4 of them that were still that close.
That's very true. When you get with the trickles and the solders and stuff like that, they're so consistent, and that's their living right there. They've been doing it for probably as long as I am old.
Well, I'm sure some of them have, and let's hope that in the near future we can draw some enough race cars that we'll never be a Nashville 400, but maybe we can send our winner over there.
Well, that'd be great. I'm sure maybe they can get something going with Phoenix when they start up there in the West, and maybe everybody down here in Texas, and just have a shootout like that at Phoenix International or something like that.
That'd be super. I'd like to see somebody in that top lineup over in Nashville with a Texas flag on it instead of just the old
South,
the North and the South. Hey, we appreciate an opportunity to talk with you, and we appreciate you coming to the All-Pro Central shows. I see you've changed the color of your car since last time.
Yeah, we went back to red. We figured maybe it was a little more luck.
A little more luck. Well, last time luck didn't do a good job as you backed it into the wall over there. Hey, best wishes. You got any strategy for tonight?
Try and be consistent and stay out of the bumps.
Can you stay out of the bumps there? Thank you.
Thank you.
We're here with hometown favorite. Are you a hometown favorite, buddy?
Oh, last year I wasn't. This year I am.
This is Buddy Burnett. Buddy has a unique experience here, not only of racing his number 96, he's also part owner in the race facility here. Buddy, what do you think about entertaining and hosting an All-Pro Central event?
Well, I'm all for it. I'd personally rather sit and be watching these boys perform than being here competing with them.
Well, we're pleased that you came out and going to try to keep some of the money at home anyway.
Well, I like to get out and mix rough fenders with them. I'm not afraid to.
You think racing out here every week is going to give you a little home court advantage?
Well, I'll put it to you this way. I'll be close to the top when it's over.
You think you're going to need a home court advantage after watching some of them run?
Oh, you're going to need all the advantage you can get because these guys are professionals and they are flying.
Tell me, you got any special strategy for tonight?
Well, I'm going to try to stay out of trouble. I'm going to try to just maintain a position and just try to stay right there towards the front and maintain a position.
I'm going to let you go way out on a limb. You live in Amarillo. You're a partial track owner. Tell me how many people we're going to have in the grandstands tonight.
I'd say 2,000 people.
Well, let's hope he's right. Good luck to you, buddy.
Thank you, Bill.
Hey, we're with Dee Gossett, local race car driver here in Amarillo at the Southwest Speedway. What do you think of all these newcomers coming here trying to take away your money?
Be a lot of fast cars here.
Does that competition, all those old men bother you? You're a younger fella.
No, not really. The age doesn't.
The age doesn't. How long you been racing?
8 years.
8 years. Oh, well, then you're not exactly a rookie at the game. Hey, Dee, we're going to wish you a lot of luck here tonight. Do you think you got a little home court advantage?
Not really, not with these guys coming in here.
Yeah, but you know where the bumps are.
They'll find them.
All right. All right. Hey, thanks a lot.
Okay, thank you.
And we ask at this time that you stand for the playing of our national anthem. All right. You can only use Eyes of Texas during the big Texas Pro start, right? Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've added a little bit to the program tonight. Starting off tonight's event will be Trophy Dash, and we've really come up with some wild prizes on this for the bomber. First place will pick up a trophy. Second place, case of oil or beer?
Beer.
Case of beer. Third place will pick up a Mexican dinner. We've got a surprise for that number 4 winner. Fifth place will pick up an All-Pro, official All-Pro hat, and the 6th place winner will pick up the cigar. And right down there on the start-finish line right now, we've got one of our flagmen for the All-Pro circuit, Mr. Rick Antonelli, with our starting lineup down there. what's that, number 15? Starting on that front row inside, it looks like from up here, car number 15, that's Mike Melton out of Amarillo. And next to Mike in car number 78, another one of the Amarillo entries, that's Curtis Dalrymple. What's that second car back there? Huh?
Number 20.
No, what's that second car?
20.
Huh? Looks like car number 20 back there. Is that right, Rick? Car number 20, David Ralston, again out of Amarillo. Next to him, who is that?
27 to 31. 31.
And next we got, looks like Kenny Perky back there in car number 31. Also out of Amarillo. Next we have on the third row inside, out of Happy, Texas, that's Joe Sanders in car number 43. And starting back there in the scratch position, third row on the outside will be car number 74, also out of Amarillo, that's Stuart Riggs. Bomber, 6 cars going for 6 laps. Paul McGinn out of Schertz, Texas down there in the official All-Pro pace car. You know, I would give a little bit of, let Rick have a little bit of exercise and get on up to that starter stand.
Hey, it's going to be 6 times around for the Crunch Bunch. Trophy dash, lots and lots of prizes, something for everybody. If the man in the last man, he wins the cigar. First man gets the trophy, second man the case of beer.
It's for this.
Third place gets a Mexican dinner, a special surprise for the fourth place finisher. And fifth place gets one of the All-Pro Central hats. The last man wins the cigar.
Just do whatever it is.
Starting out of their pace lap. Mike Melton bringing them around. He's going to sit on the pole. He'll set the pace. I'm just waiting around for him. He'll be all right. Like Tuesday.
Paul McGinn out there in the All-Pro pace car, bringing him around real slow, Bill Morse. He had a snail's pace, but I'll tell you, once he hightails it off that track with that Trans Am automobile, everything and anything could break loose.
I sure hope he gets off and they don't run over him.
Now we need that car in 2 weeks down at, not only in 2 weeks down at Corpus Christi, but so got to get old Leroy Farmer back to the San Antonio area.
If they run over the pace car, we'll have to take all those people home.
Okay, again, as you said, that's number 15, Mike Melton on the front row. He will set the pace once Paul pulls that pace car. I don't know if he'll take it into the pits or take it into the infield, wherever he feels that it's safest. And next to him in the number 78 entry, that's Curtis Dalrymple from here in the Amarillo area.
Sometimes it's a safe place for a pace car downtown at the motel.
Now we know we almost saw a pace car wiped out last year on the All-Pro circuit at, I think it was at Mobile, Alabama. They didn't have that thing parked behind the retaining wall, and old Rat Lane out of Pensacola spun out and missed that beautiful Chevrolet pace car of theirs by about 3 inches. After that, they put it behind the wall.
Our flagman Bill Getz out of Eastern Pennsylvania. His assistant up there from Cottonwood, Arizona. We got him from all over. Hang on, here they go. Where racing is underway.
Well, Bill's got that green flag out, tooth and nail going into that number 1 corner, but the number 15 entry, that's Mike Melton, sticks that nose out in front for the early lead. Number 20 car, David Ralston, moving up into second. Hey, look at that 43, a little exchange of little bumpers back there. 74 getting high. Oh, let's see, almost gets it into that front straightaway wall. Changing those positions back and forth, Bill.
I understand, for 3 of us present, there's only room for 2 cars.
74 must like that high lane up there. Gets that back end a little bit loose as they come through 3 and 4.
Mike Melton set the forward pace out there in this 6th lap of Trophy Dash. 6 times around.
David Ralston is still holding on to second in the number 22 car, but Joe Sanders in 43, he's on that outside. He's trying again to move up into that 3rd spot. He's being challenged by 78, who started on that front row, Curtis. Here's Dalrymple. 74, the one that's been riding up high close to the wall, that's Stuart Riggs.
A lot of action back in the back. Everybody's trying to get into that 4th spot to win that special surprise award.
This is a 6-lap event.
David Ralston, he's right there in the position to pick up that case of beer.
White flag left from flagman Bill Getz.
One more time, this is for all the cookies.
A74, Stuart Riggs is still on the move, but he's in that surprise position, number 4. Let's see if he's going to move up and pick up that Mexican dinner. Here they come. Hey, look how tight this field is. Bunch coming down for the checkered flag.
To the checker.
Uh-oh, 78 gets the surprise.
So Mike Belton picks up a trophy while Mr. Ralston has... Let me get a kiss too, Pat. That's the normal procedure. Good job.
Hey, Pat. Everyone.
Here comes the surprise.
Curtis, I think you've been had. Curtis. Surprise, Curtis!
You're supposed to get married in that.
And hey, Curtis, the word is you're supposed to get married in 2 weeks.
That's all, man.
We're gonna get you used to living like that. Attention in grandstand. Does anyone have a spare key for handcuffs? Seems that the sheriff has lost his.
He must have went to A&M.
Now we're gonna let Curtis. The number 65 is Johnny Gomez. Going back to the number 6 car of Marcus Sanders. I'm sorry, that's Mike Saxton. Marcus Sanders is 6X. Mike Saxton in 6.
Tim Button,
Tim Bunton in the number 32 car. They're going to go 4 times around, so there's not going to be any strategy in this race. You drive this one, it's very simple. You put your left foot on the floor, you close your eyes, count 3, and turn the wheel left. It's that simple, nothing to it. Wind them up, Rick. Let's see if they can go 4 times around. Starting out with the winners towards the back, at least the higher finishers at the back. So we'll follow the All-Pro Central Pace car around for a lap or 2, and then we'll turn them loose. Let them find out how to get around the racetrack all by themselves. Let's look them over. Out comes the green flag. Racing is underway. Into the number 1 turn. Number 73 is Scott Crawford. Down on the inside. Joe Gomez on the outside. Door handle to door handle.
Is that your husband at 65?
Gomez sneaks to the front by about a half a lap. Off the turn. Gomez looking for the advantage. Picks it up. Diving down inside now to take the lead. On the outside, the number 32 of Tim Bunton running up on the outside groove, looking to get around Scott Crawford in number 73.
It's Gomez still in the lead at 65, Bill. Gomez in the lead. That number 32 car with Bunton running second. Now he's another one of those drivers that love to get right up there next to those straightaway walls. Number 6, Mike Saxton must be experiencing some problems looking at his gauges. He's pulled that car into the infield.
No, he saw what happened to the 4th place finisher in the last race. He doesn't want that to happen to him. He didn't want to finish 4th. We got 3 now. Johnny Gomez a little slippery down there. And Tim Button looking down on the inside. He slides up high, loses 2 or 3 car lengths, but he's right back at him as we're looking at the white flag. One more time around.
Gomez still our leader, followed closely by Bunton in number 32, and back there is Scott Crawford. I think this is Scott's first night out here. Oh, well, last night was his first time out this season.
Off the 4th turn, Bill Getz out with the checkered flag.
That's your husband.
Johnny Gomez taking home the trophy, followed by number 32, Tim Bunton. He'll get a case of beer. And the number 3 spot gets himself an All-Pro hat. Moving up 1 more toward the front. In the number 69 car is John Valdez out of Amarillo. I guess the whole field's going to be out of Amarillo for the most part. Number 76, Ryan Dalrymple. Ryan had some problems last night. Went home, fixed that race car, got it back here in order to do the right thing tonight? Who's 65? Buddy Trujillo?
No, it's Rick, but I don't know his last name.
All right, number 65, all we got on our list is that's Rick. So hello, Rick. Number 21 is Bobby Fanning. Ah, looks like Bobby's got some fans. That's good news for Bobby. Scott Blivens is the number 42 car. In the number 71, the one that's still got the radio in it, the clock, the whole works, it's Mike Clark driving that 71 Cadillac. Number 33 is J.P. Smith. Number 91, David Melton in the red and white Chevrolet.
Does the radio work?
Driving the number 7, Larry Hopkins. Driving the number 15, winner of the Dash event, Mike Melton. And driving the number 78, Curtis Dalrymple. In the number 20, we brought him right back out so he didn't have a chance to drink that case of beer, David Ralston.
How do you know he didn't?
I guess I don't know what it is. In the number 31, Ken Perkey. And in the number 43, Joe Sanders. And leading the field, going to pace them around here, Stuart Riggs in the number 74. All set for 15 laps of bomber car racing.
Hey, Bill, while they're buckling in, a couple of highlights here. We've been told that...
Hey, just before they crank up, we're going to ask you to do something a little different. Let's in unison give these guys a big round of applause for their efforts tonight. Now, that felt good too. It warmed up your hands a little, didn't it? Tonight, when we've already talked to them, they said they love it, so we'll see. Get a couple what they said and what they do are
two different things.
We're going to try them. Signal comes out from the pace car, man. One more time around. Those guys are sitting back there getting anxious. A little like playing football. This is just before the kickoff. And you know they're going to kick it to you and you're going to... Bill Getz thinks so.
Hey, we got that green flag dropped, and let's see, he may catch a couple of them unawares. 74 and 43 powering into the corner. That's Sanders and Riggs. Riggs jumps out of that number 74 car into that quickly. Following him is Sanders in 43.
David Ralston running in the third spot, followed by the number 31 of Ken Perkey.
Number 15 looked good in that other race, Mike Melton. He's on the move right now. He's riding back there in the number 5 spot. Sounded like a little bit of motor problem on that back runner there. It's either a Z or let's just call it a 28 car. Look at the Cadillac on the move. He's just readjusted his electrical seat where he's now in the go position.
Somebody down inside checking the garden out, the number 42 car there. Scott Blivens running down in the infield, got straightened out and pursuing the rest of the field, but it dropped to the back of the pack.
Got that 74 leader out there, Stuart Riggs, getting around that slower car. And number 65, I don't think we had a complete driver's name on that. He's in there hanging in though. Number 43, old Joe Sanders, still up there in second. Fight going on back there for 3, 4, and 5. Bit of smoke, but I think that was that number 65 car hitting that oil dry up there in that number 3 turn. 74's got the pedal to the metal. Old Stuart Riggs is going after all the marbles in this one. High dollar person we got going for these guys tonight. Part of the All-Pro Central program, the Turbo Exchange 100 night out here at Southwest Speedway. Coming up now on some of the slower traffic. He's just gotten around the 76 car. That's Brian Dalrymple. Now he's got his sights set on number 42, Scott Blevins, trying to put him one lap down.
Looks like Stuart Riggs came to race. He ran right off and said, "Catch me if you can."
Nothing like this tight racing though, Bill, on quarter miles. Watching them down at Corpus Christi now, and I'll tell you, these guys half of them act like they're driving on dirt. The way they throw that rear end out while they go through these corners on the tight quarter mile tracks.
Stuart Riggins on the outside of Scott Blevins, trying to put Scott a lap down. Up he comes on his low car. Let's see, where's he going to go? I guess he's going to stand on the brake a minute.
If you think he's going to go between the two of them, I think we're wrong. I don't think our leader out there, Stewart, wants to be caught in the middle like a sandwich out there.
Now he's going to work on Mr. Blevins. Tried him on the outside, couldn't get it around there quick enough. We'll try the outside again. This time he finds his room.
Hey, Bill, look at that. Our second place car down there, Joe Sanders, just pulling it into the infield, parking the darn thing.
He isn't happy. I could hear him all the way up here.
That puts, I think, David Ralston in number 20 because 76 is a lap car. That puts that number 20 car up into second, followed by 31, which is Kenny Perkey.
Would you look at this, number 42, Blevins got back around the leader. Here comes the white flag out. Here comes one more time around for Scott Riggins.
In our second place car, it's David Ralston, and third will be the 31 car, Kenny Perkey. And then back there in 15, Mike Melton. Then I think the next one ought to be number 7, Larry Hopkins. Here's our leader, though, taking the checkered flag, though. That's number 74, Stuart Riggs. Mom, again, can you hear us?
Here comes Stuart Riggs around to take his honors. Let's get put down that can of beer. Be prepared. Let's give him a big round of applause.
Bomber feature here tonight. Terry down here with the photo. Get the official photo. That's Judy Haynes from All Pro Central down there for the victory picture tonight, presenting Stuart with that trophy. What you got there, the eyes?
No, that one's a whole lot of shaking going on. I think that's appropriate for this bunch, don't you?
And then back, he'll be starting in the scratch position. And it looks like we move up to that number 14 car out of Clarendon. That's Huey Lockerbie, car number 14. That's our old friend Freddie Fryer's number out of Beaumont, Texas. Next looks like out of Amarillo in the number 18 car, that's Hank Parvin, car number 18. And next we show out of Canyon, Texas, in car number 71, Darrell Burris. That blue Camaro down there. And moving up the line to car number 23 out of Borger, Larry Highsmith. Car number 23, Larry Highsmith. Up there in car number 20 out of Amarillo, that's Jimmy Jones in that primered car number 20. And then we got 6X. We got 2 6s in the field. That's what we had to do out of Happy, Texas. That's Marcus Sanders in car number 6X. The next number? Can you read that next number? 27, that's what we're being told is our next one out of Amarillo. That's Henry Breesy, car number 27. Oh, Henry going to stab it and stare it and go after the gold on that one. And then we've got car number 73. That's Scott Crawford. I think Scott, this is his first night out of the season. He was out practicing last night. Is that your husband, old Johnny Gomez down there?
Jumpin'
Johnny. Johnny Gomez out there in car number 65. We're giving his wife a bad time. She's our score clock operator up here in the press box with us tonight. Car number 6 out of Borger, Mike Saxton. And finally, car number 32 down there, Tim Button out of Borger. He'll be on that front row inside of that psychedelic purple car number 32. And we got Paul McGinn, Tim Button on the inside in 32, setting the pace as they come out of 4. We've got the green out, and we are racing. Saxton crossed up on that start. Hey, we got one spinning. Oh, we got a bumper loose on the track. It was number...
An A-frame. Number 6, he's in trouble.
Hey, that's Johnny Gomez out there. He got sideways. Hey, he's got the car under power. He's backing it away. Hey, Bill, I'll tell you, we had sparks flying even before they got the green between those two lead cars. Look at that, changing some bumper to bumper. Look at those sparks coming off those two cars.
Oh, Mr. Sanders got a problem.
And I'll tell you, he really trying to get that fuse relit on that number 6 car.
Flair went on me. Jim Butt running on Clark in the number 32 car.
And I'll tell you, for being in that wreck, Scott Crawfield is hanging in there right now at 73. 27 on the move. That's Henry Breesy. I'll tell you, hey, 6 got the fire relit. Saxton's back going. Is that right?
Gomez moved up one place from the back. Let's see. Now he's working on the number 88 car of O'Neill.
Is it Breesy? B-R-E-E-C-E? Breesy? Is that how you pronounce it? Bill 6 is still having a problem. Mike Saxton looks like that thing's cutting on and off on that back straightaway, but look at this. Here comes that field right up his rear bumper.
Tim Bolton running out front in the number 32 car. Followed by Scott Crawfield with the number 73. Yellow flag guy.
We've gone to the yellow. We've got this car stalled down there as he's coming out of 4. Hopefully they'll all, hey, watch it! Oh, I'll tell you, O'Neill just missed him at number 88.
Yellow flags out, yellow lights are on, car.
Leading him out will be the number 32 car of Tim Button. Well, Scotty Crawford will be right on the back bumper. Here we go, they're out of green. We're out of 4 and the green is out.
Mr. Button wastes no time. Only about 2 or 3 car lengths between him and the Caulfield car and the 73 car.
But I'll tell you, that number 27 car, Henry Breesy, is trying to make his move. He's on that high side, bouncing over that bump into 1. But he's got his sights set on Crawford in number 73. Smith lying back there in the number 23 car. Larry's running in 4th. O'Neill just passing the number 71 car, getting around Darrell Burris. Said O'Neill getting around, side by side still, trying to move up into the 5th position. So that battle is right now for that 5th spot between O'Neill and Burris. Still can't make a clean pass of him. O'Neill still can't get a clean pass around the number 71 car of Darrell Burris. That's where the race is right now. The top 4, they got comfortable distances between them, but that fight still goes on for that number 5th position. Not only they got that battle, but I'll tell you, that's holding up that number 65 car of Johnny Gomez with Burris and O'Neill side by side. It doesn't give Johnny much. Hey, watch out, Sid gets a little bit out of shape there. Johnny hits the brakes a little bit so he doesn't plow into him. The number 18, Marvin, he gets a little bit cockeyed out there, but he's onto the dirt. He's out of the way, it appears. But we've got Sid O'Neill spun up there, and let's see who else was involved.
That's about it, I think. Looks like Sid did that pretty much all by himself. 9 laps completed.
Hey, we got a restart. Working, I guess now we got 9 laps in the books.
Tim Butt still setting a torn pace out front.
On that number 27 car, Bill's really clinging to that high side. Car's bouncing around a little bit. I don't know if he's got a tire problem or what, because there goes Larry Highsmith trying to get around him as they go into that number 3 corner.
Gomez moving up. Number 65, Johnny Gomez moving up on the outside.
Hey, look at the way this group is bunched up, 1st and 2nd, but now we really got, we got a spin up there with that number 18. I don't know if he popped anything, but saw a puff of smoke before he went into that corner. flag out once again. We're back to racing. Top four cars kind of bunched up as they go into that number 1-2 corner. And it looks like the number 27 car, Henry Greasy, trying to make a move to get around the number 23 entry of Larry Highsmith. Johnny Gomez moving that 65 car. Well, we're going to yellow. We've got more to some debris in the middle of the racetrack out there in 4. Oh, Johnny nails him. We had one car spin up there. All the lights are out, Bill. Cars are picking up the pace. We got 6 to go. 6 cars left in the race, that is. And the green's back out one more time. Sid O'Neill in 88 running way off the pace. Don't know what the problem is on that car, but he's running, but not at top speed.
Tim Button has managed to hold on to the lead from the first green flag on. Hey, man, a little wobble there. Hang on, they're going to get together. Not quite. Almost swap paint jobs, but still door handle down the back chute.
It's Highsmith and Breezy down there. Hey, they just missed that car of O'Neill's that was low on the apron. Seems to be bobbling on that 27 car. 27 got to that high side. That puts Highsmith on that low side to move into that number 2 position. And Johnny Gomez trying to take advantage, getting on the low side too. Maybe some problems on that car, that 27 car. Don't know from here. Looked like he was having a little bit of wheel wobble off that right rear wheel. Hey, goes Johnny. He gets around
all the way from the back up to running second now. Jumping Johnny Gomez. You know, a little help from the yellow flag, and Gomez has got time. 4 laps remaining. Mr. Boca is not wasting any time in trying to keep all the distance he can between himself and Johnny Gomez.
He's trying to reel them in, but I'll tell you, as they come by this time, that number 18 will show. Lap 18 up there on that scoreboard. Next time by, it'll be white flag time. Rick's handed Bill that white flag.
Won't be long. This future of that will be history.
Hey, look at him close up as they come into that corner.
Closing in.
He's closing in as we've got the white flag.
Johnny Gomez put out a whale of a show. Hey, he found something. A little wide in his first turn, lost some ground, but I think they're going to have...
Hey, look at it come down now to that final. He spins in.
Is he going to make it to second?
There we go. Can he do it? He hangs on somehow for second.
Great deal. 360 spin around, doesn't lose the place, finishes second from the back. So Tim Booten knew that he had some pressure. Johnny Gomez overcooking it a little in the third turn, looped it around, got it going again in order to finish second. Here's your winner, Tim Booten. Let's have a big round of applause for number 32. Gomez having a trophy presentation.
You put that in ladies with the toilet
Especially now that he announced it.
3 track champion here at Southwest Speedway from Amarillo, Texas, and car number 96. Let's hear it for Buddy Burnett. Moving down the line now to car number 2. This young driver is in his 4th year of racing. It's a car sponsored by Trigg Racing and Centrifugal Pump Technical Services out of Odessa. An 81 Camaro with a 393 cubic inch engine from Odessa, Texas. Let's welcome car number 2, Mike Trigg. Originally out of Texas, the driver of car number 44. He's now moved to the Austin, Texas area. The car is a 1984 Firebird, 331 cubic inch engine. Car is sponsored by his own firm, Talley Drywall. The driver on the number 4484 Firebird from Austin, Texas, John Talley. Moving up the line now to car number 10. This gentleman currently leads in the point standings out here at Southwest Speedway. It's the 1984 Camaro, 355 cubic inch engine, sponsored by A&A Windshields, Mac Tools, Dwayne's Quick Auto Service, Quality Paint and Body and Payless Autos. The driver from Amarillo, Texas, in the number 10 car, Mr. D. Gossett. Next, we've got a 19-year-old driver out of Odessa, Texas, in a 1981 Camaro, 370 cubic inch engine. The car is sponsored by VDO Services, Jordan Radiator, and KT Automotive out of Odessa, as well as Bradford's Tractor Service in Midland, Texas. The driver on the number 98 car, John David Jr. Making the long haul down tonight to run with us here on the Turbo Exchange 100 is car number 26. It's a 1983 Firebird, 355 cubic inch engine. Sponsored by AIA Plastics in his 16th year of racing out of Aurora, Colorado. Let's welcome car number 26, John Metcalf. Car number 96. The next car on the grid is a 1983 Firebird, 355 cubic inch engine. Car is sponsored by Davidson Electric. He's in his 16th year of racing, but only his 9th year in the stocks. From Houston, Texas, and car number 96, Greg Davidson.
When you get to the front, mention Junior, did you?
I will. Next on the grid is the fire engine red, car number 6. A 1983 Camaro, 355 cubic inch engine, sponsored by AIA Plastics, Miles Auto Service, CNC Towing. In his 11th year of racing out of Denver, Colorado, car number 6, Rick Corelli. Division, he won that Villa Vagabond N100 race 2 weeks ago tonight at Odessa, Texas. Got a local Amarillo sponsor on that car, Mr. Ken Hill and K&N Root Beer, along with Everett Racing Engines out of Indianapolis, Indiana, Twin City Speedway in Odessa, Texas, and Pratt Bradford out of Midland, Texas. The driver on car number 99 from Odessa, John Foster. Going down the line now, car number 24. He was the winner of the prestigious Sooner Nationals up at Altus, Oklahoma at Sooner International Raceway last fall. Car number 24 is a 1983 Camaro, 358 cubic inch engine, sponsored by Allen's Fence Company, Prototype Engines, Howell Racing Fuel, Firepower Ignitions, the Wagon Wheel for food and fuel down at George West, Texas, Sells Auto Supply and Stick Gas. The driver on car number 24 out of Corpus Christi, Texas, Slick Yeomans. Qualifying third tonight. Qualifying third tonight with a lap time of a 14:107 is car number 1. It's a 1984 Camaro, 350 cubic inch engine. This guy is in his 39th year of racing. We call him the Candy Man. That car is sponsored by Jolly Ranchers Candy. Car number 1 out of Arvada, Colorado. Let's welcome Mr. Don Wilson. Tell you, Don's car, we told you last night, complete with that stock 1984 Z28 nose piece, legal in ASA and All Pro. Moving down now to the front row. This next car qualified at a clocking of 14.050. It is car number 31, an 82 Firebird, 355 cubic inch engine, sponsored by DNS Pharmacy, Gill's Used Cars, the paint by Pro Body Shop, and by Holly Construction. The driver from here in Amarillo, Texas, car number 31, Randy Hollingsworth. And now to our pole sitter, qualified tonight at a 14.032 clocking. Car number 45 is an 82 Trans Am, 352 cubic inch engine, sponsored by the Vagabond Inn, the Villa Vagabond Inn over there in Odessa, Texas. Autotech from Midland, Fashion Floors from Midland, Bolin Appliance out of Midland, as well as West Texas Motors and Horizon Auto Sales. The driver of car number 45, second place in points in the All-Pro Central standings from Midland, Texas, Mr. Bob Bolin. by the time they get done, we'll have them fired. And here's Gene for the words.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
13 of these high-powered engines firing up. Engine sizes ranging anywhere from a small engine of a 331 all the way up to a big 393 cubic inch engine on the Mike Trigg car. All the drivers down there with the hands in the air. Them to move into on the track. Bolin this side, Randy Hollingsworth to this side, Don Wilson, Slick Yeoman, Sean Foster, Rick Corelli, Greg Davidson, John Midcamp, John David Jr., Dean Gossett, John Talley, Mike Trigg, and Buddy Burnett. We've now moved them into the All-Pro 2x2 position for the start of the event. You ought to see it in the All-Pro shows, like even in Nashville when we started 40 of these things. And come down, bing, 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 coming right at the flag with the last break.
No, that's like it needs to
You giving it the eyes of Texas? Oh, I couldn't hear it.
William, you have Bolin's time 14 what? Don't lose your place.
1403 there.
14.
Remember, it's up to those two lead cars, and in this case, that's Bob Bolin and Randy Hollingsworth to set the pace. Now, under yellow, to go to yellow condition, these drivers have been warned that that yellow will probably be out a minimum of 4 laps. That'll give them a chance to duck into that pit area, pick up a tire, maybe pick up fuel if necessary. All the cars are running on racing gasoline tonight. None of these cars are running on alcohol, something that the normal Friday, Saturday night shows do here at Southwest Speedway. All the cars are burning Howell Racing Fuel. Some of them have got the VP Racing Fuel. The Howell Racing Fuel, the official racing fuel of All-Pro Central and of the All-Pro Racing Circuit. Watch the signal from Bill Getz as to how many more pace laps. 2! Flags held straight up and down. 2 is the signal. Remember, green is go, white 1 lap. When you see the cross flags, that'll give an indication that we are at the halfway point. I'm going to run a total of laps time of the race if I can remember to shut her off. Well, when they come by, they'll be given the indication of 1 more lap to go, and you'll see I'll guarantee you'll see a special start the first time that we've used it out here on the All-Pro circuit. The drivers have been told, but I'll tell you, instead of waving the green flag, you'll also see flying proudly tonight the flag of the great state of Texas. Picking up the pace. 100 green laps. Here we get ready to go. The pace car's in, Bill. We're coming down for a start. All eyes are on that front row. All eyes on the flagman. And we've got the start. Randy Hollingsworth and Bob Bolin. Bolin gets a little bit sideways. Wilson gets sideways. Cars bunching up a little bit on the start as they now move down the back straightaway into lap 1. The leader as they come down to complete lap 1 is Randy Hollingsworth, Bolin, Yeoman, Wilson, Pirelli, Foster, Davidson, and Midcamp. Bumper to bumper, tail to tail, here we go, we're underway. Running on completed lap 1, running lap 2. Hollingsworth, still our leader, followed by Bolin. who started the race on the inside or outside of the front row, is still the leader. Bob Bolin running in second, followed by Slick Yeomans, Don Wilson, Rick Corelli, John Foster, Craig Davidson, and John Midcap in that lead pack. Rick Corelli trying to make a move. He gets under the underside of Don Wilson as they go into that number 3-4 turn. Wilson still hangs in there in the number 4 position. Running on lap 5, coming up now to start on lap 6. Wilson drifting high, Corelli getting underneath them. John Foster trying to make a move, and he gets around Don Wilson. Wilson has got himself stuck on the outside of that track. Davidson gets by, dropping Wilson back into the number 5-6 position, into number 7. Now Wilson may be having trouble. Running a little bit slower, he's now back into the number 8 spot. We're still setting the pace in car number 31. Bolin and Slick Yeomans running third. Then we've got Corelli, Foster, Davidson, Midcap, and Wilson. Hollingsworth, who knows this track well, former track champion out here, setting the pace in the number 31 entry. At this point, working on lap 11, the leader will come down, cross the line, start on lap 12. On lap 12, we show car number 31, Hollingsworth, followed by Bolin, and then Yeoman. Then we've got Corelli, Foster, Davidson, Midcap, Wilson, John David Jr., Talley, Gossett, Craig, and Barnett. Still in the lead, but Bob Bolin looks like he wants to make his move. Bolin gets down low. Slick Yeomans pulls up even with him as they come off at 2. Hollingsworth still the leader, followed by Bolin and Yeomans. Top 3 cars running bumper to bumper. And then we've got Corelli, Foster, Davidson, Midcap, and Wilson. Randy Hollingsworth, track champion out here in 82 with 15 feature wins during that season. Hey, we've got Bob Bolin gets around him. Bolin pulling around. They ran into that slower car. Bolin into the lead, and number 45 has got pinned behind that slower car of Buddy Barnett. And that allowed Bob Bolin to get around the number 31 car of Hollingsworth. Slick Yeoman in number 24 now trying to make his move. Back on his bumper as they come down the front straightaway starting on lap 21.
That's a whale of an auto race going on. Bobby Bolin is showing him the way to get around there. One big hurry.
Oh, Bill, they're getting ready to come up on some of these slower cars now. The back runners in the back, and they ought to be up on them by the next lap or 2. As we grind these laps down, they'll come down now to complete or start on lap 23. Bolin they'll start to lap the cars. Start to lap some of these back runners as we're on lap 25. Number 10 car, D. Gossett, gets out of the way. We've got a few spinning traces into the infield, and we got Randy Hollingsworth back into the lead. Hollingsworth into the lead. Number 4 position. Now it's come upon that slower car. Hey, Greg Davidson has just popped something on the 96 car. Greg Davidson has let go with an engine on the front straightaway on 96. And we've gone to our first caution flag on lap 28.
Okay, Paul, you want to pick up Hollingsworth. Paul, you want to come out and pick up Hollingsworth.
Paul's got that pace car off. The lights are off, indicating we'll go green this time around. Here comes Hollingsworth leading him out. Yeoman right on the bumper. Yeoman to the inside. Here we go. We've got the green and we're back racing. Yeoman's on that low side. Rick Corelli running third. Bob Boland back there in fourth, followed by John Foster. Corelli gets off the track, gets into the marbles, bounces around a little bit. So does Bob Boland right behind him. Radio on. Hollingsworth in the lead. Yeoman second, followed by Corelli, Boland, and Foster. And then we got Midcap and Wilson.
Yeoman's really working on the leader there. He's looking down, up, and around, trying to get find a place to go race. Yeoman put a lot of pressure on Hollingsworth, looking inside, looking outside.
Yeoman is going to make Hollingsworth work for this one.
Racing speeds are at about 14:47, so they're not terribly far off the qualifying. Hollingsworth showing Slick the way to go around the race.
Slick has got down on that lower side. Yeoman's is on the lower side. He's around him on lap 33. Yeoman's on lap 33, takes over the lead. Hollingsworth drops back to second. Then we've got Corelli, Boland, Foster, Midcap, and Wilson.
Looks to me like Yeoman's lit the fuse. He's pulling away from that field awfully quick.
Going around now, the back car of Buddy Burnett. Traffic gets around him without any problems. Buddy pulls down to the inside, lets the lead group go whizzing on by. Run up against the walls, and then they dip down low into the corners. Blake Yeoman setting sail.
14:20. Driven by Slick Yeoman. 14:20, and that's moving right along with the traffic on the racetrack.
Slick Yeoman's the Corpus Christi native in the Allen Spence Company car, number 24, leading the field right now. He's got a little bit of distance between him and second place Randy Hollingsworth. Colorado car of Rick Corelli is third, followed by Boland, John Foster,
14:35 racing,
and number 26, John Metcalf.
Bobby Boland moves underneath Rick Corelli down the back chute. Foster sneaking in there now too, so Foster's running in fourth.
he gets around Buddy Burnett. Now John David Jr.'s ahead of him. Hollingsworth still holding up Bob Bolin. Hollingsworth's not dropped out of that top 5 since the green dropped. 42 laps to go. Lead car's gotten around John David Jr. Randy gets that back end out of shape just a little bit as he was in the number 2 turn. Now second, third, and fourth cars behind John David Jr. Having trouble negotiating around him. Bob Bolin trying to make a pass. Pinned behind the slower car for just a second. John David down low on the inside as the next 3 cars get around him.
Pulling away from the field, running laps in the low 14s. Buddy Burnett having a problem, but kind of staying down low, trying to stay out of their way, stay out of trouble. Slick Yeoman trying to get around John Kelly in the number 44 car. Runs in down there in the 3rd turn, getting around John Kelly out of Austin, Texas.
You'll notice the line, Bill, that the top runners are taking. They'll go low in the corners and right up next to that cement wall on the front and on the back straightaway. We're at the halfway point. That's the signal that Bill Getzer flagman is giving. That prototype power plant of his humming, Bill Morris. Really trying to stretch that lead on the rest of these drivers. Randy Hollingsworth hanging in there in 2nd place. Bolin is in 3rd. John Foster 4th, followed by Rick Corelli, John Metcalf, and Don Wilson. Trouble. Wilson drifted high that last time by, and that number 1 car got way up high in that number 1-2 turn.
Bolin looking to sneak around on the inside. The door shutting in. He's pulling up the long side. Let's see what happens down here.
Bolin shooting down underneath them. Hollingsworth got up high, got a little bit out of shape. That not only allowed Bolin by Bill, but it also got John Foster in there. setting the pace in that red and black, number 24. out around Hollingsworth is trying to reel Slick in.
Bowler's running 14-20. Got it over the net there.
Slick Yeoman's starting to close in on traffic. Looking at some pretty good race now.
You said, Bill, Slick is coming up on the slower traffic right now. He's coming up on, believe it or not, the 7th place cars run lap 66. Trying to get around John Talley out there. That's what this is doing, and that's allowing Bob Bolin to close up that gap. Talley not giving way to let Slick Yeoman get around him. Talley just don't move. Well, Yeoman finally getting around the 44 car of John Talley. Now he's got John David Jr. in front of him, but look at that. Look how that gap is closed. Bolin is reeling him in. Bolin now and John Foster are almost right on his bumper. Working lap 70, coming up on 71. All Yeoman sees out of that back rear view mirror is that silver and black car of Bob Bolin's back there. Rear view mirror full, but he's got Metcalf in front of him. Goes to the underside, getting around John Metcalf. Metcalf running 7th. Foster trying to get around Bob Bolin. Now we got not only the battle for the lead, but it looks like we got a battle going between Bolin and Foster for that number 2 position. Still showing the way as we're on lap 78. Bolin in 2nd, followed by 99 Foster. Our 4th place car is now just exiting number 2. That's Rick Corelli at number 6.
On Bolin backs out of it, gives him a chance to get straight.
Yeah, but that also gave a chance on Slick Yeoman to increase the distance a little bit, Bill.
He's going to need it. He's coming up on the slow cars again. Last time Bolin closed in on him in the traffic. Slick dives in behind a real slow car, sneaks back
trouble before, Bill, getting around John Talley. It's going to be interesting with these other cars right on his bumper. What happens now?
Oh, that's what happens. He just runs up on the high side. Watch out. Hey, he's out there holding him out.
Well, he made a bite, John. Bob Bowling got nailed behind him. Bob Bowling got stuck behind him. Hey, here comes Foster. John Foster trying to make his move. Foster got around him now. Hey, these laps are winding down. And the Yeomans hold them off for the next 14 laps.
Foster looking real strong as they run out of laps.
Run out of laps, but they run into slower traffic, but this is experienced slower traffic, and they'll give way to the leaders. We hope. Don Wilson moved aside and let the two leaders go by. Coming up now on Randy Hollingsworth. Yeoman's the leader. John Foster right behind him. We don't know, but some of the observers up here think Slick's tires may be going away a little bit loose in the corners. 10 laps to go. Suddenly Slick has a little bit of breathing room. Foster 2 weeks ago ran out of brakes in that Odessa race, but still was able to win it. Laps to go.
14:20. Under the track record, 92nd lap.
Yeoman running track record speeds in the 92nd lap.
7 laps to go. It looks like it's going to go down to the wire between John Foster and Slick Yeoman. Down to the wire. The lap's running down. 6 laps to go. Foster trying to tuck it underneath, coming off the corner, doesn't get the move he wanted that time. Not too many cars ahead of him. Rick Torelli's ahead of him as we're working lap 95 of 100. Yeomans and Foster going door handle to door handle. Foster tries the outside. He backs in behind him as they come down to work lap 96. Slower traffic right now, slower traffic. They get around John David Jr., Rick Pirelli's in front of him as we're on lap 97. Lap 97. All right, here we go. 2-lap signal being given by Bill Getz. No, Slick slides with 2 laps to go. Underway. Foster's the leader to get 1 lap. He's down now, coming down out through 3 and 4. He's going to get the checkered flag. Here he is, John Foster.
Turn off your watch.
I did. What a break. A bad break for Slick Bill Morse and a heck of a break for John Foster.
We had some questions up here earlier. If you remember, we said Slick looked like he might be losing tires. And that may be what happened to him. But John Foster wins number 2. 2 in a row for John Foster, Odessa, Texas. Now tell me, was that some kind of auto race? Did you enjoy that?
Time of the race, Bill, 32 minutes, 38 seconds. Don't have an average speed, but I'll tell you, we only lost 2 cars out of the starting field. Greg Davidson blowing an engine in the number 10 car. Lee Gossett went out, but we don't know what the problem on that was yet.
When you get the word that Gossett was having some overheating problems, running quick. Hey, John Foster.
Who's going to have you take me out and show me what's what here tonight?
He run out of tires, I bet.
From our scoring folks on all the results here tonight.
He was spinning real good.
John Foster in that car, sponsored by Ken Hill and K&N Root Beer here out of Amarillo, Texas.
Oh, yeah.
His other sponsors include Donnie Ray Everett Racing Engines out of Indianapolis, Twin City Speedway in Odessa. Hey, and they'll be racing there tomorrow night, right, John? Back to Twin City Speedway tomorrow night at Odessa. And Pat Bradford out of Midland, another one of the sponsors.
Yeah, I think that was an awful good race. Tough break for Slick, but that's the way it goes. Sometimes you can't stand prosperity. Led all those laps, and finally with 2 to go, ends up sitting down in the infield. Just lost it. A lot of pressure from John Foster. John driving a whale of a race. Another good race out there, and I was driven by Bobby Bolins out of Midland, Texas. Bobby, only about 2 or 3 years has he been in this class of race car, and every time we see him, he gets a little bit better, a little bit better.
Anyone
and
he's
he's going to be tough.